Money. A simple word, but there is such controversy around it. From being just a flux of energy or a frequency, to money being the root of all evil, there are a lot of opinions and conceptions around cash. One truth is certain though, if you have a bad attitude or conception about earning, you will have a lot of trouble reaching your financial goals. You can improve your attitude by removing the 5 misconceptions we will discuss shortly in this video. Having a healthy mindset will be much easier if you identify these misconceptions and understand where they go wrong. And why do such conceptions keep you out of the journey of financial growth? Clearing both your conscious and unconscious mind of these negative thoughts surrounding money is a vital first step into building something financially worthwhile. Let's get right into the 5 misconceptions about money that will keep you poor. 1. Money is evil. Many times I've heard this phrase. Many of us subconsciously believe that having a lot of money is bad, but it's time to challenge this notion. That having absurd amounts of possessions will transform you into an awful human being. But where does this misconception come from? People say that the Bible says that money is the root of all evil, but as with many quotes, they are misquoted over time, building in the popular collective mind many wrong or outdated beliefs. The fact of the matter is that the original quote says, "For the love of money is the root of all of evil." Timothy 6:10. The word love makes a huge difference. While the misquoted version implies that having coin is evil, the original Bible quote says you should not love it more than anything else, which is true. Creating an obsession is unhealthy for you and your relationships with other people. So we've established that banknotes themselves are not evil. What about the fact that money turns you bad? It doesn't build character. I hate to say it, but if you're an awful person when you have many assets, it means that you were a horrible person when you were poor too. The idea that money inherently corrupts, often dramatized in movies, is far from the truth. To believe that means that you should also accept what the movie industry tells you about how love goes too. It's just fantasy. Key takeaway, money doesn't have morals, is amoral. What you do with it makes you a good or a bad person. If you are good, you will do good. If you are bad, you will do bad things. That's about it. 2. Money doesn't bring happiness. Do you think being poor brings you happiness? I argue that this is as far of the truth as it comes. But money will not buy me love, you could say. To this I have only one answer. It means you don't understand how it works. First, you must understand that there are areas in life where money has a purpose and others where cash is useless. When it comes to the first category, it is true that profits can't buy you love or bring back a loved one from the dead. But in the second category, cash is as essential as it gets. Money is a form of exchange. You buy services, products, and assets with it. That is just how the world works. You working against the world will bring you neither joy nor peace. There is no virtue in being poor, and there is no virtue in being rich either. In the end, you must realize that money rules the material world, not spiritual values. Many of you may think that having a lot of coins automatically means buying an expensive car and a huge mansion. But think about the other advantages. 1. No worries about bills. 2. It can provide you with the best education. 3. It can give you the best medical services. 4. You can help others. Helping others doesn't mean you must sacrifice your own financial well-being. True generosity doesn't require personal hardship. Remember when the instructions come on a plane and they say that in an emergency, put your oxygen mask first and then help the others. To effectively help others, ensure your own financial stability first. It's like securing your oxygen mask before assisting others. You can see there is a logical fracture otherwise. You can't help the less fortunate when you fall into that category. If you have capital, you can make a difference and educate, feed, and help the less fortunate. It isn't a sin to think about yourself and your family first. Key takeaway, cash is significant in the areas where it is used and perceived as valuable. 3. Rich people are bad people. As we established that having possessions doesn't make you evil, there is not much to say about the fact that thinking rich people are bad is a huge misconception. Of course, there will be evil people in the circle of the wealthy, but that's how life is. There are bad and good people. This has nothing to do with money. If you say that, the logical conclusion is that all poor men are saints. You will agree here that this is not the case. Why should it be different when it comes to wealthy people? Again, a huge role in depicting rich people as evil is attributed to Hollywood. Most of the evil characters in movies, TV series, and animations are usually evil, lone wealthy people that are up to no good. Note, here's an excellent time to remind you that what you watch, listen to, or read could influence your brain. Guard your brain against incorrect conceptions if you want to avoid wrong beliefs. One thing you should keep in mind, and at the same time this fact should encourage you, is that more and more millionaires and billionaires are self-made. So now the old "he is rich because his daddy was a king" becomes irrelevant. If you want to be wealthy, you cannot think being rich is evil. Think about it. How could you in good conscience work towards becoming a bad person? While you hold this belief, you could seriously sabotage yourself subconsciously. If you are a good person, your brain won't let you become evil and will act against you. Key takeaway. Wealthy people are good or bad because people are made that way, not because of the amount of money and assets they possess. 4. You have to work hard for money. This one is tricky. While earning a lot could imply hard work, the reciprocal isn't true. Working hard does not guarantee you a lot of money. There are people taking pride in how much they work. But it's practically useless if the work doesn't serve a good purpose. Don't take pride in doing useless things. This is a central point of the financial guru's speech. You have to work harder and harder to achieve your financial dream income. This isn't true. A successful business, unconventional career as a musician, writer, or influencer requires more than hard work. If you could work 24/7, constantly putting yourself out there, your income may be nothing. Then the financial gurus will say, well, you have to work harder. That's why you don't see any results. Earning money isn't just about hard work. It's equally important to work smartly and strategically. Some people got rich working hard, some working a little less hard. But all their work had another characteristic. They worked smart. Working smart implies 2 things. 1, it makes your level of work much easier. 2, it tells you when to stop working and move on to another project. It is essential to know when to quit and start over. Pushing hard toward a dead end will have the same result no matter the amount of effort that comes from your part. Making your money work for you. You will often encounter this phrase. While this is true and you could generate passive income in your sleep, it is not for everybody. Reaching this level of success implies years of work, challenging or not, and experience. But it isn't impossible. The main point is that you need money up front to make it work for you. Key takeaway. While hard work isn't necessarily excluded, it doesn't guarantee financial growth. 5. Debt is bad. If you are in debt because you want a new smartphone, it is a terrible kind of debt. When I say that debt isn't bad, it doesn't mean you should run like crazy on a shopping spree and amount to endless credit card debt, or take loans to buy useless things. Debt can be beneficial if it's used strategically to increase your income or net worth, like investing in education or a business. Debt is your ally if you have a strong business plan or investment strategy. If you take loans to try out without research, it is as bad as it gets. Some questions you can ask yourself before taking a loan. 1. Can your education benefit from it? 2. Does your well-being depend on it? 3. Can you use it to build another stream of income? If yes, does the new income stream cover the expenses like time, fees, and interest? 4. Do I have a strong strategy for how to use the loan? If the answer to those questions is no, then you might want to rethink being in debt. Key takeaway. Debt is good only when it has the potential to bring you assets in the long term. And that's a wrap on debunking those 5 money myths. Remember, understanding the truth about wealth can be your first step towards financial freedom. If you found these insights helpful, give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Join our community for more myth-busting and practical financial advice. Got any money myths of your own to share or questions about today's content? Drop them in the comments below. Stay smart with your finances and keep challenging those myths. Until next time, keep growing your wealth and wisdom. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.